On this occasion, we will talk about the subsequent price, the objective, or the point that we need to transcend in order for this to explode. There is a sense in which he has been sitting there. Okay, and now take note of this piece of information. There was a complete explosion. The fact that we are going to talk about travel, Twitter, their money transmitter license, and what Ripple is doing is something that you are quite excited to see. Certainly you did hear cripply. A certain event is about to take place. Something is cooking between Ripple and Twitter, and my spider senses are poking my little crystal. I am telling you that something is happening between the two platforms. As time goes on, the ball is becoming less cloudy. I get a feeling that something is cooking. Stop wasting time and hurry up. I will not lose my composure, and now we can get started. Bitcoin's value of $66,635 has increased by 93% during the past 24 hours, while Ethereum's value has reached $3,283. The value of XRP has increased by 3.61% in comparison to USDT and USDC, both of which are pegged to the dollar. In any case, it is a primary lien that is currently up 69% all the way, and it is 54 cents. The entire cryptocurrency business is displaying indicators that are comparable to the hourly charts for the overall market cap of cryptocurrencies, which is now estimated to be $2 trillion or $494 billion. Where will we go next on our journey? From this vantage point, it will be very shortly before we are able to assess whether Bitcoin will break and confirm that the bull run has returned, whether it will surge through $74,000 and whether it will break above $74,000, as well as whether or not liquidity will form. You should seize it as soon as possible because it will most likely pass so swiftly that you won't be able to get a hold of it. There is a possibility that Bitcoin will recover to the top $50,000 or possibly even the $60,000 level before we begin to go onward. Having said that, there is something concerning which you ought to be aware before we move forward. When there has been such a large amount of Ether printed, why is that the question? In any case, it is heading in that direction because they intend to squeeze the live daylights out of Bitcoin. In spite of the fact that they have not yet done so, all of that newly manufactured money is now prepared to be introduced into the market. As of right now, it is not moving. After reading the crypto news story, you have not yet moved on from it. I want to tell you that you should go there to check out all of the latest cryptocurrency news. You will notice that we have already published a few items today as we continue to scroll down for more information. Now let's begin again. Use the most recent breaking news to your advantage. A request for appeal is submitted by Duchuan, the terrorist. Yes, I am against being sent to the United States of America. Due to the fact that he is well aware that they will put him behind bars, he does not wish to come here whatsoever. In addition, that key is going to be discarded. In our conversation, we talked about Nigeria and how the country's restrictions on cryptocurrencies have been lifted. In light of the fact that Sanaa's meme coin generator is anticipated to receive more than 66 million annual assessments yesterday, the company has decided to suspend money. To put a grin on your face, let's have a look at this, which makes it possible for me to actually go crazy for those of you who choose to concentrate on the screen. In all honesty, this is a very lovely thing. This is the squad that you consider to be the victorious one, and that is exactly what it is. I am aware that it would be fascinating to observe. Bring the statement to a close and then make it public. It caused us to shake. It was a visitor in Hong Kong that initiated a new business known as Click and Collect. This service gives users the ability to pre-order local cash reserves in over 30 different currencies, such as the United States dollar, the British pound, the Japanese yen, and Thai baht Travel Bank, which utilizes demand liquidity in Brazil. At the moment, pre-orders of local cash in more than 30 different currencies are available to users. Would you be planning on making use of demand liquidity? I'm going to give you a brief reminder right now in case you forgot about it. When it comes to this particular instance, Travex Bank was the first to implement on-demand liquidity XRP, and it would appear that they are now expanding their operations. You have a feeling that something is being prepared. Keep in mind that there is something fishy going on here. In addition, the Spiral Travex Bank of Brazil has introduced a cryptocurrency that is based on international transactions. For some reason, the first item I wanted to talk about was Travex Bank. This indicates that something is cooking. You are absolutely correct, and they are breaking Twitter, as they like to be known back there. In the future, X intends to offer cryptocurrencies in addition to the traditional banking services. The information has been presented to us. It has been brought to your attention in the news that Twitter is given an X once every little while. I'm sorry, but I'm going to start being paid again. A license to transmit in a different state is interesting in the United States for the following reasons. In August of the previous year, Ripple had 31 money transfer permits in its possession prior to attaining standard custody, which resulted in a total of $40 being collected by the company. Licenses for transmitters in the United States are something I am not sure of. You can call me insane. It's possible that I come out as a conspiracy theorist, but there is something going on here. Ripple is not only developing a stablecoin with the help of the XRP ledger, but it is also producing a large number of stablecoin transmitter licenses, which 11 states do not have the financial capacity to provide. Each state in the United States must grant permission to transmit. Twitter follows closely behind them, and the two are almost tied. Additionally, a large number of states, approximately 95% of them, have money transmitter licenses that are comparable to theirs. Both something is cooking and something is brewing at the moment. The process of informing you is currently underway. You can get paid through Twitter. You don't believe that people all over the world would be happy to have a method of making payments that is simpler, more economical, and more kind to them. A technique in which they don't have to jump through all of these hoops and go through all of this bother just to make a cross-board of payments? Pay attention to the fact that Cross-Board Rock has begun the process of tokenizing their money market bond by utilizing the HBAR. A relationship between Onyx and BlackRock on a bar venture appears to be suggested by the film that accompanies the announcements. Although the altcoin season has not yet begun, it is expected to arrive in the very near future. On the 23rd of April, the organization that is responsible for the Hedera network disclosed that the blockchain trading and infrastructure firm ARX and its owner have tokenized BlackRock in order to issue us treasury money on its network. To do this, the network was expanded to include the largest asset manager in the entire world. Contrary to what most people believe, the Hedera Global Government Council gave its approval to the transfer of 4.86 billion harbors to the governing body of the Hedera network at the same time that the statement was made. Additional network development is accomplished with the help of funds generated by HBAR's foundation. The present number of users is 33 billion, and the goal is to raise that number by the year 2024. There is a proliferation of incorrect information, it is not functioning well, it is not genuine, etc. Instantaneously, I will give you a demonstration of it. That the information that is displayed above the HBAR regarding BlackRock's tokenization is correct. Take a look at this diagram. When you do this, we have observed the retrace now that we believe we have a tiny wick up there, and it is returning. The rejection point was at 20 to 22 cents, and we have seen the retrace. As it should be, it is down, but what is the current status? To carry out. As a result, a new base will be created. In your new foundation, you come full circle and circle back around to it. You are aware that you should return to the 12-cent region? After that, the HBAR is able to restart its massive and ascending thrust. It was successful in accomplishing this. Increase of around 100%. The fact that this news from yesterday is available gives proof for those who assert that news does not influence the movements of the market. There is no doubt that the news has an effect on the market. Does it have a downside that is just that? We have taken a seat here. The past week is being examined here. Despite the fact that it is a little too far away, we arrive at 422. You should know that we reached a high of 17 and 18 cents, and now we are going back down almost as if nothing had happened. We went from approximately 9 cents to 18 cents, and then we went through the procedure of testing the X zone twice more. As you can see for yourself, Sig Bells, this is most likely the region where we will hold, somewhere in the range of 12 cents, and following that, we will be able to move upward. While reading the book, he talks about RS, which is the company that Laff established in order to tokenize the BlackRock fund. He talked about the innumerable